Hi family, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm OYOKO, but you can call me V. So I've been watching the commotion surrounding Kim and Marilyn Monroe's hair, or alleged hair, that was gifted to her. And according to Ripley's exhibit collection, they own 6 locks of Marilyn's hair, and they bought the dress. I don't know when exactly, but they bought the dress that she wore in 1962 to JFK's 45th birthday for $4.8 million. Like, that's a hefty price tag. That's a very expensive dress. And it made me think, when do we draw the line when it comes to infatuation, adoration, and fandom? When does it become inappropriate or even disturbing when we are idealizing our public figures, whether they are alive or deceased? Do third parties have a responsibility in preserving or furthering someone's legacy after buying their personal belongings at an auction? Or can they do whatever they want with their personal belongings without the fear of us, the public, interfering and accusing them of immoral behavior? We can love artists and celebrities because of their work, because of what they represent or who they remind us of. And admiring people and having these one-sided relationships isn't abnormal. However, I have noticed that, there are people out there that have a very strong desire to possess someone's perceived beauty or their non-physical traits or like skills. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to look as beautiful as your idol or to be influenced by their style or their perspective on life. But there is a huge difference between seeing your idol as an inspiration versus you wanting to embody them and channel them and adopt their mannerisms. To go back to Monroe's hair, whether this is her real hair, fake hair, it does not matter. The act of giving someone's remains away as a gift is beyond me. It's dehumanizing. It reduces her to an object. And those who argue, oh, it's just hair, it does not matter, it's not a big deal, those people fail to acknowledge that this is how we are normalizing the exploitation of women's bodies. Even after their passing, you are still benefiting from her remains. This is a problem. This is a problem. Gifting a makeup set would have been an entirely different story. But you're gifting someone's remains for your benefit or their benefit or for your pleasure or their pleasure. This is the craziest marketing stunt I've ever heard. Like, what kind of marketing strategy is this? Like, I've never heard of this before. Like, you're actually gifting someone's hair away. Okay. I've seen videos where people express their annoyance and are very disturbed by, the dress situation, that Kim has access to that dress and that she wore it to the Met Gala. I understand why people might be upset about it or are upset about it, but the hair situation, that's the thing that really horrified me. So I want to quickly watch the video again where she is being gifted the hair, and just give a quick reaction to that. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay.
Really cool or a little strange, but that's who you're doing business
A
with.
little strange. The man said it's a little strange. Okay.
What is this?
That is Marilyn's hair. So.
That's Marilyn's hair.
So.
Why is she so happy? Like, ooh. No, man, this is not good. This is inappropriate. This is not good.
You can clone her.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I'm literally going to do some crazy voodoo shit that I like.
You know what? I don't think she's even joking. I'm just saying voodoo you know, spiritual practices, they are real. So she better be careful. But yeah.
And I channel her. This is so special to me. Thank you so much.
It's really about them. It's about Ripley's, what's it called? The Ripley's exhibition, foundation, whatever they're called. Collection. Ripley exhibits. Anyway, it's really about them. It's a great marketing stunt, you know, I guess on both ends. But it's, yeah, I just find it so strange. This is really strange. I don't know how I would react if someone would give me my idol's hair. I don't think I will be happy.
This is so cool. So cool.
Good vibes.
Wow.
This is strange. Am I the only one that thinks this? And she's gonna sleep with it every night. It's funny because I think I read somewhere that she's sleeping with someone else's hair, not Monroe's hair. I thought it was just really funny. I thought it was hilarious. But anyway, that's the video. Oh my god. Yeah. This is stupid. Talking about hair, I actually remember watching a video of a furniture restorer who was supposed to refurbish this chair, this 200-year-old chair, and found human hair inside. So I want to insert that clip so you can watch it, but it was so incredibly unsettling to watch and to hear, you know, what he was saying, and as he was like trying to explain what was happening. So yeah, I will insert that clip so you can watch it.
All right, I want everybody to see this. This is not propaganda at all. This chair right here is 200 years old. This 200-year-old chair came from somewhere in North Georgia. Now we are restoring this chair. So what we're doing, we got to take this chair and make it look brand new. But I want y'all to see. Now, I actually asked and I got into the details of it. I didn't just assume. I want y'all to see this. Usually, old, ancient chairs like this, you fill them with whatever you can get your hands on is what you fill them with. This one, apparently, has cotton. This is hand-picked cotton, been sat on for over 200 years, and it's horrible. But it's made with solid wood, so it's going to last forever. But I want y'all to see this. This is human hair. This is literally human hair. Imagine how many slaves it took to put human hair in this seat. It's the full seat, the full interior of the seat is human hair. This is human, not horse, not cow like they usually do, pig hair, horse hair. No, this is actual human hair, slave hair. Imagine how many slaves it took to fill this chair with human hair. Now, a lot of them are filled with horse and whatever you can get your hands on. But this came from a very, very wealthy people in North Georgia. They keeping this chair because of the historic and the sentimental value it has to their family. Imagine how many people it took to put this much hair inside of this chair. How much hair? I want y'all to think about that when you stand up for your flag and all that, and you a true American today. How many humans did it take to cut and put in this chair?
Her being so happy and excited because she has her hair, maybe with the use of spiritual practices, she can now elevate herself as well, you know, elevate to that sex symbol status and become the epitome of beauty and increase her likability like Monroe had. So that's why I was like, you know, it's, yeah, I don't know. It's just not really, I just find everything very disturbing. It's disturbing. And I think this is where the problem lies, because it becomes, it's not Monroe, the human being, oh, icon. No, it's completely reduced to object. This physical thing is gonna give me what she had, what she exuded at the time. That's what I want too, in a way. So it's rooted in objectification, in exploiting women's bodies to gain something. That's what the hair symbolizes. At least that's my interpretation. Her hair, her dress, anything related to Monroe is associated with, if I can obtain that, then I can increase my value and become and meet that level where she was at the time, and become more credible, gain more credibility and become more desirable. All of this ties into, we have reduced her into a profitable commodity, and that in itself is exploitative. And that's what the problem is. Even when after someone has passed, we are still exploiting her, we're still objectifying her, we're still doing all of these things. I'm so theatrical. I understand that whether they bought something of hers at an auction, these businesses, corporations, foundations, whatever it is, they are not obliged to further her legacy in the way that she might have wanted. And it is very unfortunate that there wasn't a plan or a will where was stated what would happen with her belongings. People that work at that foundation or business have some moral compass. Like, it's awful to know that there are people out there that lack just complete decency, like human decency and respect for other human beings. It's really sad. It's actually really sad to see these things happen. And I guess they've been happening for a very long time anyway, and we were unaware. But now that I've seen this, I'm like, it's just really, it's unfortunate. It's, it's not cool at all that this has happened. And might continue to happen. And from my perspective, looking at Kim, someone who is a public figure herself, someone that is in the spotlight for 24/7, who is also very concerned about how she is portrayed in the media, to see her do this, like, you have little regard for the human that you claim to admire. It's just really contradicting, and this action really degrades her, rather than you showing how you find her amazing and admirable and all that stuff. The danger or the dangers of wanting to be the pinnacle of beauty, even if you do not strive to be conventionally beautiful, we all in our society will be subjected to sexualization, and oftentimes it will happen prematurely, like in our earlier years of our life. It's already starting. And wanting to be beautiful or wanting to be desirable, I guess that's the maybe the right word. Wanting to be desirable in media is almost portrayed as, oh, this person must be positioned as someone that is unattainable, passive, almost just like an object that is there for the sole purpose of entertaining male audiences. And it implies that there is nothing else than that as the option. If you want to be beautiful, if you want to be desirable, then that is what it will be. Also ties into disposability. People might want to have a go at you because you'll be a great experience, a short-lived but great experience. You'll be taken for face value only, or for your body only. That there is no depth or substance there because you look the way you look, and that's I find it really hard to explain this, but I think we sometimes forget that people in the public eye are still human, and they are not flawless, and it's tiring to see, sometimes public figures idealizing other public figures in a way that only praises their physical attributes, like there's nothing else, and it almost like dismisses their skills, their talents in other arenas, and then when they die, their remains are being displayed and gifted away. Like, it's morally indefensible to me, like, that this is happening. So I want to wrap up by saying, so what is the cost of desirability? Is it fame and social currency? Is it pretty privilege? Is it playing into stereotypes to ensure your survival? What are the consequences? Is it not being taken seriously? Is it the need for constant validation and gratification? Is it being surrounded by envious people that you actually trust? Is it becoming more skeptical? It's almost like there's a trap laid out for anyone who intentionally or unintentionally strives to become more desirable. And it's almost impossible not to want that for yourself. Desirability is like a double-edged sword. It has many benefits, but it will also make you a target for others to objectify you even more, to scrutinize you even more, to fetishize you even more, and to attempt to strip your agency away. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying being desirable is only physical attractiveness. No, obviously our perception of beauty is shaped by societal standards and, you know, westernized beauty standards. But in Monroe's case, her intellect was non-existent or was not shown in any way. You know, her being desirable was solely based on her mannerisms, how she carried herself, her beauty, and all, you know, everything related to her physical presence, her essence, all that stuff. The non-visible things, I guess, in many ways weren't as celebrated or weren't shown, versus being opinionated, standing your ground, being self-serving or putting yourself first, vocalizing your boundaries and holding others accountable when they even dare to cross it. All of these things are then deemed as undesirable because you have agency, because you are protecting, you know, you're protecting yourself or you're standing up for yourself. That is all suddenly undesirable. That is not, you're disobedient, basically. You're not easy to control. You're not easy to access, that kind of stuff. To some degree, we all want to be liked by others, but to what extent and at what cost? And we do have to ask ourselves who in society are afforded to be desirable. And that is a whole different conversation in itself. And I guess it's important to understand that our self-worth and our identity should not be conflated with how desirable we are or look to others. Unfortunately, I didn't really touch on mental health, loneliness, patriarchal influence, what else? Envy experienced by other women or just like your counterparts, and intimacy. Those were things that I was like, maybe I could like talk a bit about that, but I think the video will be way too long. So if you wanna know more about that, then I could maybe make a part 2 and talk about those topics too. There are plenty of videos on YouTube on this particular topic that can give you a more in-depth analysis of desirability politics. So I would recommend watching those videos. I don't think I'll have anything else to add because, you know, people are doing an excellent job trying to cover almost every aspect. So yeah, go and check those videos out. Anyway, I will let you decide what the cost of desirability truly is. If you're still watching, then that's amazing. Thank you for watching till the end. I just wanted to give my 2 cents and approach this topic from a different angle, especially with the whole hair gifting situation, which is very unsettling. So yeah, I hope I got you thinking about other things as well. And no, maybe it was insightful. Just let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to like the video, and I will hope to see you in the next one. So I hope you are well. I hope you go well. I hope you stay well. And I will see you in the next video. Deuces.